In this well of death, the rider maintains contact with the surface while raising the vehicle, and he maintains the vehicle in horizontal circle. The rider leaves us breathless and we experience thrill. In today's video, let us understand physics behind this well of death. Let us assume this red circle as if a vehicle plus rider. When the rider making perfect contact with the surface of wall, then three forces acting on the vehicle and rider. These three forces are: the first one, normal reaction toward the center. Second one, weight of the vehicle plus rider in the vertical downward direction. And the third one, the force of static friction in vertical upward direction. Suppose this is center of circular path and this is the vehicle plus rider both together. So the normal reaction is toward the center of this circular path, and the weight of the system, the weight of both together, rider and vehicle both together, in the downward direction, and that is equals to mg, and normal reaction is n. And there is a force exactly opposite to the weight of the system, weight of the rider and vehicle, that is a static force of static friction exactly in the upward direction. Let us say this force of static friction is Fs. So we have the three forces. One is a normal reaction toward the center, another is the weight of the object plus rider in the downward direction, and force of the static friction in the upward direction, and force of static friction denoted by Fs, and the normal reaction is denoted by N. So these are the three forces, and maintaining the body under equilibrium condition, that is, the body is moving with inside this well of death, touching every time the surface and not either sleeping nor moving down. It is just moving inside the well of death, and it is in the raising condition. It is moving quite fast. So three forces: normal reaction, and weight of the body, and the force of static friction. If this force of static friction is not present, then the vehicle, the body, will move in the downward direction. So static friction preventing the body to move downward direction. Static friction maintaining the body in the same condition. Static friction maintaining the body always touching the surface of the well of death. So static friction preventing the given body from moving down. It is not allowing the body to move down, and that is possible with the help of static friction. Direction of the normal reaction is toward the center. So, and the body performing circular motion. So whenever a body performing uniform circular motion, a force directed toward the center is nothing but called as a centripetal force. And this centripetal force is equals to mv square upon r. Also it is equals to mr omega square. What is r? R is the radius, this radius of this circular path. So this radius is r. R is the radius of circular path, and m is the mass of the body. M equals to mass of the body, and v is the linear velocity of the body. In circular motion, we always talk about two types of velocities. One is the linear velocity, another is the angular velocity. So v is the linear velocity and omega equals to angular velocity of the object. And force of static friction is always less than or equal to mu s multiplied by normal reaction. What is the mu s? Mu s is nothing but coefficient of static friction. The force of static friction has to be balanced by the weight of the object. Therefore, Fs equals to mg. Therefore, in this equation, Fs is replaced by mg. Fs is less than or equal to mu s. And what is n? N is equivalent to centripetal force. N is equivalent to centripetal force. Therefore, in place of n, writing centripetal force, that is mv square upon r. Now both sides m and m get cancelled. So G is less than or equal to mu s into v square upon r, implies v square greater than or equals to rg divided by mu s. There are the two situations. One is a v square greater than rg upon mu s, and v square equals to rg upon mu s. The linear velocity of the object performing its circular motion in the well of death cannot be less than this value. If it is less than this value, the vehicle will fall down. It will not perform the racing in the well of death. Therefore, this is a minimum velocity. This is nothing but minimum velocity of the object performing its motion in the well of death, performing circular motion in the well of death. Now taking square root both sides. So V minimum is equals to Rg upon mu s. This is the minimum velocity the body must maintain to perform the effective motion in the well of death without falling down, without coming across accident, without occurring accident. If the body is moving in with this minimum velocity, then it will move successfully without failing. So this is the minimum velocity of the object in the well of death, that is equals to under root of Rg upon mu s. So we got the expression for minimum velocity needed to prevent the body from sliding down in the well of death. So friends, I hope you got the idea about well of death, the physics behind the well of death, and we could obtain the expression for minimum velocity needed to prevent the body sliding down. Before saying goodbye to you, I would like to ask you one question. What is well of death is called in Hindi? Please write down your answer in the comment box. Meet you again with another topic. Till then, wish you good luck, all the best. Before saying goodbye, I have one more request, that please like, share and subscribe the channel. Meet you again with another video. Till then, wish you good luck, all the best.